the question I really want to pose to you in our game, I'm country partner for Action Coach Business and Executive Coaching in South Africa. And obviously when we're doing a lot of work with clients from a client perspective, and you're taking the clients through that sort of diagnostic meeting, etc., and unpacking the issues. And I love the term that you always refer to as unpack the onion. You get them to a point, and again, I've learned from the master, getting them to the point where you ask them, so Steve, John, where do you think we should go to from here? And then they ask, but what are the next steps, etc. And I'm just fast forwarding here at the moment. And in today's world, we're doing a lot of those types of meetings where ideally you want them face to face, but oftentimes those meetings are now being held over Zoom in a virtual particular space. And when the question then gets posed, so where do we go to from here? And you get into that discussion, well, the first thing we have to do is to complete the agreement and sign the agreement. Now, in the old days, I say the old days, but in the old days, you could actually literally put out an agreement in front of them and get them to enter and complete the agreement there with you, and then move off, give them the welcome pack or whatever. In today's day, we do a lot of that online. And so in my case, I've prepared a lot of those agreements to go out in a sort of Adobe eSign type of format. But very often, I found that most times people on an electronic space like that are reluctant, for all the reasons we probably are aware of, to actually sign those agreements and electronically in front of you, and they want to then go and get some time to reflect on it, etc. And I've always said, you own the sales process, but they own the purchase decision. And the moment I give them that opportunity to take 2 to 3 to 4 days, or whatever the case may be, to go and look at the agreement, sign it thereafter, I've lost control of the sales process. How in the digital world do we overcome that? Without pushing the sale, if you understand what
there are two things on this. First of all, the agreement they're signing, is it a simple one-pager?
It's a two-pager. It's a two-pager agreement, yeah.
Is it legalese, or is it plain English anybody can feel comfortable reading and saying?
No, it's most times it's plain English. It's not legalese. No.
And are you sending it to them via the e-sign basically afterward, waiting for signature?
Yep.
All right. Here's what you do. When they say, where should we go? When you say, where do you want to go from here? And they say, how do we move forward with this? And you describe the terms and how it works. They say, it sounds good. Here's what you do. You say, why don't we take care of this now? Mm-hmm. And you stay with them on Zoom, and you have them share screen. And you email it to them while they're on Zoom. Have them open it with you on Zoom. Have them read it with them word for word. You have any questions on that? That makes sense. And you literally have them sign it with you on Zoom. Mm-hmm. You don't send it and and turn it off Zoom. You do it right there and then. That's. Have you tried that before?
Tried that, but I've often found that people are reluctant to do that because they're not necessarily that geared up to do the electronic signature on, in things. So I get your point about sending them the agreement in Zoom as an attachment for them to open up and walking them through that particular process. I often find people are intimidated by that. Then you want to move away from that and go and reflect afterwards. And to your point, we've then just lost control of the sales process when they say, look, I need 4 or 5 days or however many days to go and reflect on that.
Hold on. That tells me something else then. To reflect on that tells me they are not sold or they don't trust you enough to make the decision right there and then.
Okay.
This is an issue of trust, not an issue of the agreement. If they are indecisive and they can't say to you, Peter, let's do this. There's another issue going on. It's not the contract.
Interesting. Yeah.
Now, first of all, what are they signing for exactly? What's the details of the program briefly?
It is a typically a 12-month agreement to enter into a business or an executive coaching agreement with us.
Okay, so you're a 12-month model. Okay, that's fine. So we won't touch that. But this goes back, what I always say, the sales lost in the beginning and not the end. Something is going wrong from the point of you unpacking their problem, and then from that bridging to the agreement. There's a piece right in the middle of that. And I think what's missing there is a roadmap piece, which is a piece. I don't know if you have access to that. That's my newest technology I've created. It's a visual tool that onboards them to your process where they agree to move forward and they own the next step. That's inside my mindset club. It's the one called sale course. But I think you're missing a component of trust in your process, because if they did trust you, then they would sign right there and then.
Okay. Yeah, I think your roadmap sounds interesting. Certainly look that up.
No worries. Take care. Good to see you again.
Thanks, Ari.